With a surprise hinted at for AEW Dynamite and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on and don't forget to like the video. During Jon Moxley's entrance at WrestleDream, a fan fell on him as he was helped up by the Blackpool Combat Club. The man posted this video.
With Josh Barnett, and Jon Moxley will be joining us at the desk.
For a fake advertisement regarding a card preloaded with over $5,000, an AI version of The Rock's voice is being used. Here's the clip.
You don't become successful like me by turning down free money, and right now the state's handing out $5,600. And if you haven't claimed it yet, what the hell are you waiting for? These monthly funds are not going to be around forever. The state's sending out health spending cards by the thousands to all Americans, and these cards are how you're going to get this money in your pocket every month. And here's the kicker. You only have this week left to get your hands on this. Now, if you don't want extra funds to cover your bills and save you more money, then keep scrolling because I'm about to show you how you can get this in 3 minutes. Here's the game plan. Hop over to this website to get enrolled. I dropped a link below for everyone. It's only 2 questions. Then talk to a rep, and in 3 minutes, they'll have that health card sent out to you. 2 days later, it'll be in your hands, already loaded with $5,600 ready to swipe on all your bills. So if you want to stop stressing about paying your bills, click that link below.
Taking a shot at Facebook for having her account suspended again, Asuka wrote on X, "They suspended my Facebook account again. I use Instagram almost daily and Facebook and that would be linked. I really hate Meta. I hate Meta." Notification sent to me now from Facebook. "We disabled your account. We reviewed your account and found that it still doesn't follow our community standards on account integrity and authentic identity. You cannot request another review of this decision. To learn more about the reasons we disable accounts, visit the community standards." Hinting at a rematch between himself and Bryan Danielson following their bout at WrestleDream, Zack Sabre Jr. said in a post-match interview, "Lucky I've got the jawline of Antonio Inoki along with the spirit of strong style, so I'm fine, don't you worry about me. I might have got knocked out, but I'll keep going. Bryan, I happily admit that you're one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You've been the best in the world for what, over 2 decades? I wrestled you in 2008, you put me on the map. For that, I'll be eternally grateful. But today, darling, we were supposed to settle something, weren't we? Who really is the best technical wrestler, not in the world right now, but probably of all bloody time? But knocking me out, Bryan, that's a scoundrel move from Brittle Bryan. I felt your bones disintegrating in my hands, Bryan, so I want my rematch because this proved nothing. We're gonna do the rematch on my home turf, England, or my adopted home turf of Japan. I did you the solid, mate, didn't I? Did you the proper solid of coming to Seattle. Submissions in Seattle, huh? Well, you didn't beat me by submission. You chickened out. Well, Bryan, we'll find out in the rematch who the best technical wrestler in the world is, and I'll put you into retirement for good." On Instagram, international champion for AEW Rey Fenix said this about his injury he's been dealing with since All In back in August. "The International Championship has been a big challenge. The night I became champion, I left the arena with the championship in my hands and with an old injury bothering me again. My first defense was painful. It did not allow the pain to stop me and continue until the fight was over. This coming Wednesday will be my second defense, and I am doing my best to enter that ring and retain the championship. I will defend this beautiful championship in any situation. A luchador does not give up. A luchador will always leave everything in every battle. I'm a real luchador and the man of 1,000 lives. Nothing and no one is going to stop me." With Raw set for tonight, it seems NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch will not be wrestling, as Sean Ross Sapp noted that. Fightful Select has confirmed with WWE sources that Becky Lynch is not clear to compete at tonight's episode of WWE Raw. We reported Saturday night that Lynch sustained a laceration that required 11 stitches to close. Lynch was originally scheduled to face Tegan Nox for the NXT Women's Championship. There was hope that Lynch would be able to compete, but it isn't in the cards as of now. Confirming the debut of former AEW star Bryan Pillman Jr. on NXT, USA Network said in an article that the rumors are true. Bryan Pillman Jr. is the latest pro wrestling prodigy to make the jump to WWE. Following the footsteps of megastar in the making Jade Cargill is Pillman Jr., who eagle-eyed members of the WWE Universe noticed making a blink and you missed it appearance during NXT No Mercy on September 30th. It's yet another savvy signing by WWE as they pluck yet another aspiring superstar away from the competition and welcome another world-class athlete to the WWE locker room. Here's why the WWE Universe should be excited for the eventual in-ring debut of Bryan Pillman Jr. Speaking about his future in the professional wrestling ring, John Cena told Namaste India Special, "I'm leaning towards 50 and I don't know how much longer I will be physically able to do it. I haven't been here since 2006. This is the first time I've performed here, and as my career hits the 21-year-old mark, I didn't know if I was going to have another chance. People talk about wanting to win championships. I just want to spread the excitement that is WWE around the world, and for me to call it a career without stopping in India would not have been right, so I'm very, very glad to be here. It means so much to me." Mentioning the debut of Adam Copeland, an AEW World Champion for the company, MJF said this at the post-show press conference for WrestleDream. "I think he's another guy that is coming into my company that wants my spot, and he's got another thing coming if he thinks he can take it. Great signing though. Good job, Tony Khan. I'm proud of you. But in all sincerity, first ballot Hall of Famer, incredible professional wrestler." Explaining why he signed with AEW, Adam Copeland said at the post-show media scrum for WrestleDream that "I wanted to help, and I just felt like here I'd really be able to do that and have the opportunity to do that. And I look at this roster full of fresh faces, and many of them I have never laid hands on before, and that to me, as a person who is driven by challenges, that for me was the biggest thing." Talking about Adam Copeland's debut in AEW at the WrestleDream event, the Young Bucks hinted at a surprise for Dynamite on Wednesday. Here's the clip.
Pay-per-view loop, right?
Very soon. We have a future title match whenever we choose.
Big win. And
I have a decent idea of when I would like to catch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're not the only ones that got a big W tonight. I think the company had a big W.
Yeah.
I saw that debut.
It was really cool seeing
On
Adam
this day.
On this day.
with his music that we have all sang out loud
Yeah.
And we all had
for
to
years.
Yeah, you used to do a spear and say,
we had to get out of there as quickly as possible
We got a
and make
red eye.
our flight. So
Red Eye tonight. It's
been a hard
very,
day.
very rare that we get a red eye. We get to fly out the day of a show.
yeah.
that was awesome.
We'll be home.
It's a lot of-
in time for
a lot of travel.
school. I get to take my kids to school
Or
Yeah.
on a
2.5.
Thursday.
Do you guys remember where we just were on Wednesday?
No idea.
I don't either. I have no idea.
Travel.
It's once we complete travel, we just
Denver.
forget it. Denver, there we go, yeah.
And we're in Seattle right now.
There's been a lot of shows. Obviously, we've added shows.
We're all burnt
It's
out.
been
We're
a little
tired.
intense. The travel from West Coast to East Coast every single week, besides this one's in Denver. It's been a lot. It's taxing. Guess what? Big night for us, right? Adam Copeland debuted. We got our future title match.
Yeah,
I know
big
exactly
things.
where I would like to do that, by the way.
Yeah, it's a
Big
new
things are
era.
coming.
You said
And,
that.
and we're all tired. So I have a little bit of a surprise to make the travel a little bit easier for us this Wednesday.
What do you
Coming
got
up.
in mind, huh?
Wow.
Stay tuned. I think you guys are all going to be happy. Rick's invited too.
Dang. All right.
Okay?
Sounds good. I need something. I'm so tired.
You're all going to be very happy.
I'm so tired. I'm falling asleep.
I can't wait for next week.
Going over the previous plans in place for Mustafa Ali prior to being let go by WWE, Sean Ross Sapp said on his podcast, "People I spoke to in NXT were unhappy about Mustafa Ali's release. They had plans for him until almost WrestleMania season next year. I know a lot of people said, yeah, well, Mustafa Ali asked for his release. Yeah, 2 years ago. Things change. He was working with Shawn Michaels now. Satisfying stuff. He was working on an injury to make this NXT run happen as well. He was banged up." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.